old folding lawn chair to have an official deer camp in addition to a deer hanger. Right there, now this is not one I obtained personally. Welcome to another weekend here up at the land, time by the tent. Thank you so much for joining me. Beautiful weekend. Forecasting, as it is right now, a light rain, a little more rain this afternoon, and then steady rain tomorrow morning. So we will see how accurate that is. If it's pouring down rain in the morning when I get up, we'll not go out to the deer stand. Would if it was firearm season, but this is archery season. That's a different thing. Really nice colors. Things are changing. So as the rain moves in, I'm going to get the fire going real quick. Warm up kebabs, not kebabs, that's not right, the big Polish sausage. And get that going. I got to unload the wagon. The hose is for, if you watched last week's video, it's for the ridge line that will go over top of the tent when we do get a large tarp in order to get the snow to shed off so we don't have to take the tent down. We've engineered this and figured it out, and we're going to have a 40 by 40 tarp and the whole deal, and that'll work. So rain's picking up even more, so I need to get the fire going, need to unpack that, get that in the tent, and just quiet as can be. The neighbor, I can hear the neighbor cutting some wood over there, occasional four-wheeler, rain pattering on the very dry leaves. It's very nice. So, all right, got it cooking there, half of it. I'll save the other half for later. I got chips. In addition to that, also got a lawn chair, traditional old vintage lawn chair. Was given this was given to us, and I think it only appropriates the environment, because I think you got to have an old folding lawn chair to have an official deer camp in addition to a deer hanger. I think both of those they go together. So getting that cooked there, and then I've got several projects I want to get done. They're calling for steady rain in the morning. I think I mentioned that. Would like to get that cable hung, but that's not mandatory at this moment. But if I can get it done, I'll do that. Also, I'd like to take, I was given this is one of the pallets that was given to us by Northwood Dream YouTube channel, our neighbor Dan across the way over there. If you're looking to find a good channel about starting from scratch and building a garage and a tiny house and all the things that go on with that, links in the description. This was one of the pallets. All the pallets was the wood shack or hut, and then also pallets that are in the woods now for a deer blind. The tree in which that bench was made out of, I would like to go back over there and cut a 3 foot length section, because the other half of this is still intact, laying on the ground like this, and then divide it up in 4 legs. I'm not sure how, but I may have to do, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and then attach that to the bottom of this, and have a table that's the size of a counter, 3 foot high, get all this other stuff off of it, and then I can put a cutting board on there, or I can actually put a piece of plywood on there. But then when weather is allowed and temperature is adequate, it would be like working on a kitchen counter outside, and I don't have to sit down or bend over. It's the appropriate height for Holly or myself. So that would be nice to be done. Also, I'd like to harvest a deer. I think there was a couple other things. Got to hang another picture in the tent. I'll show you about that. Another autograph hunter. But first I'm going to get this cooked and get it eaten and enjoy. I got to start the tent stove because it's 51 in there, and that's just, it's warmer outside than it is in the tent. What is it outside here? It was 48 coming in. About 48 here as well. Warm 48 in here, or outside, cold 48 and damp in the tent. So got to get that going as well. So we're going to be here for a short period today and tomorrow. So we'll see what we can get done in amongst the rain. The priority is hunting. Obviously, if it's raining, I can't run the chainsaw. But there is some projects in the tent I can do. I got to fill the toolbox up that was also given to us. So when somebody knows, or when people are aware that you have property, or farmers are aware of this as well, people often say, hey, I have fill in the blank, would you like this? And every farmer I've ever met, and I grew up on a farm, every farmer I ever met, yeah, bring it over. And there's always a place in the back in which stuff is stacked and stored, because there's always opportunity to use pallets or dirt or fill in the blank. So rain's starting to pick up quite a bit here. So I will get the stove started, rambled enough, and eat, and then I'll get back with you. Thank you for coming along. If you like this kind of thing, like and subscribe and comment. You know the routine. Currently getting some medium to light rain. I brought the pallet in. It's going to be the table. Deconstructing what I need and adding what I need outside of the legs. Watching a hunting DVD, learning from that. Got the fire going. The rain should clear out by about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then I'll head out to the stand. I'll pull the radar up and see what it looks like, and I may go out a little earlier just to get in the stand. There's a large spike buck underneath the stand that I put up 2-3 episodes ago. I will harvest that if I get the opportunity. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not waiting for monster buck. I'm looking for deer, so we'll see what appears. Okay, it's right around 3 o'clock. I'm gonna head out. You can still hear it raining. However, I got up here at the property about 12:15, and the camera went off, and there was a doe in around the stand that's 80 yards that way that we put up a couple of weeks ago. There was a large spike buck around that stand 10:30 this morning, multiple images. So I'm going to slide into that stand tonight and see if any activity will occur, and if I can get in that stand without spooking anything. And even if I do, it's not detrimental. The rain will be stopping here shortly, and I will be in the stand when that occurs. So we'll get all situated and head out there and see if we can at least see a deer from the tree stand. saw one deer, and that was, if I'm sitting in the stand, to my right there's a downed tree, and beyond that, about 30 yards-ish, I could hear, even though it had rained for about 2.5 hours before I got out there, you can still hear, I mean it was light to moderate rain, but you can still hear when something's moving quickly through the woods. So I heard that. I couldn't tell you if it was a doe or a buck, I have no idea. It trotted through. I didn't spook it, it was already moving, but not in like a scarce way. And then I was able to bend around and look about 30 or 35 yards through the trees, and it kind of stood there and looked around and then moved on off. And that was the end of it. That was the only thing I heard called, grunted and bleated and nothing. So based on the weather, at 4 a.m. it's supposed to have 57% chance of rain. 5 a.m. 76, 6 a.m. 89, and then 92, and all the way up through 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, going to be rain, or at least that's what it's showing. So, if it's raining in the morning, I'm not going to go out. That, to me, that doesn't make sense for me to do that, even though we've seen deer on that camera a lot. I'll have to watch the weather and kind of see, evaluate at that point what I want to do. I got to get the fire going. It's 53 in here, very chilly. And then I'll cook the other bratwurst or kohlrabi, or not kohlrabi, Polish sausage. And I'll heat up carrots over the campfire and I'll eat them in here. I had to come up, even though it was going to call for rain. You just can't have a property like this and not come up and hunt, even if it is for one night. Next week I'll be able to come up on Friday afternoon, and hunt Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, and Sunday morning. It's supposed to be, at least Friday, I haven't looked at the long range. Friday's supposed to be a very nice day, 61, 40. Tonight's supposed to be down to about 36. So that's where we're at. So canned carrots and the rest of the Polish sausage. Watch little Andy Griffith on DVD. And we'll see what brings tomorrow as the rain appears to be moving in, and go from there. So I added another signed autograph picture on our little tower of celebrity hunters, I guess is what you call it, right there. Now this is not one I obtained personally. We went thrift store shopping for DVDs and other things. I've collected a lot of hunting DVDs in the last 6 months, probably about 150-ish or so DVDs, VHS. Recently, this past week, I got 46 for free off Marketplace. Somebody's wanting to get rid of all their old VHS hunting tapes. So there were several that I was looking for. Anyway, we found this at a thrift store. Driven. Now this is with Pat and Nicole Reeve. This is a program, hunting program, on the Outdoor Network, I believe. It's still in operation. They're out of Iowa or Kansas. Husband and wife team go all over the country to hunt, and did not know whom they were, and they don't know who I am. After watching Volume 5, which it says, it was autographed in 2014, the DVD is copyrighted 2011, so I don't know what season they're on now, but I still get notifications on phone that a new episode of Driven is out. Very well put together program. Pat, he has, I believe it's over 60 Pope and Young or Boone and Crockett, whichever the bigger one is, bucks on camera. He's got a 200-inch one on camera, largest typical ever taken on camera. So they revisit that one in this DVD system. But I figured we got an autograph from a celebrity hunter. Might as well add it to review. We've got up at the top, I hunted with Jake, the first ever Jake stays in the United States. with former CEO Rob Keck, had Bill Jordan of Realtree Camouflage sign it, and the late Dick Kirby. Reached out to Brad Harris, former face of Loman Game Calls, who is who is created what we now know as the modern day grunt call. And then at that Jake's Day, I met Harold and David Knight and got an autograph picture of those. All of these are, the bottom three are all copies of the original, and the hat is the original. I don't have a copy of the hat, so that's why it's in a shadow box. So I'm trying to get it so you can see it better. So that's really all I have. I've reached out to other individuals and never heard back from them, but a little tower of celebrity hunters and tower there, autographs. Well, good morning, 7 o'clock, and here's the rain. Did not go out this morning. You can see it's so dark the motion light comes on. Tried to get the drone up and it needed an update. I'm in an area where, fortunately, in the morning I do have enough signal that I can update. Had to download a 400 megabyte update. That video will have already been out and is in the show notes below of some of the fall colors. I don't know if you're supposed to fly a drone in the rain or not, but it worked out quite well. Did not go out this morning as I indicated last night. Let the fire go out. It's quite cold in the tent, about 50 degrees. 51 right now. I think it said 38 was the low. But it made no sense. I fought the ideal of, I got up at 5 o'clock and it showed that it was going to rain at between 5:45 and 6:15 and then stop and then start raining again at 7. And it didn't make sense for me to get up, fight the little bit of drizzle, go out, sit in the rain, or sit for 45 minutes, then come back. And if I was fortunate enough to harvest a deer, then I'm dealing with a deer, butchering it out in the pouring rain, because this is only going to intensify over the next 3 hours. So, very, very short video compared to what has normally come up, but that's the way things go. We'll just close her out here. Let's put rain in the comments below. Let me know you made it this far. Solo deer camp weekend, or bow camp weekend, I guess. Yeah, put rain in the comments below. Let me know you made it this far, the 4 of you. And we'll re-rack and try this again next week. Appreciate you tuning in, checking us out. And until next time, we'll see you then.